2016. We got A, Donald Trump, B, Prince, C, iPhone 7, and D, Pokemon Go.
What a terrible year, but Pokemon saved us.
What's up? You're watching HIVEMIND, the most symbiotic show on the internet. My name is Riley, and as always, I'm joined by my chaste co-host, Graydon.
New belt, who this?
Today we're playing a new game, testing our knowledge of the internet, culture, and recent history. This is Guess the Most Googled Thing of Each Year. Alright, here's how this one's gonna work. We're gonna get a year and the 4 most Googled things of that year. We're gonna have to guess which is the #1 most searched, starting with 2011, going all the way to 2020.
1 point for each correct answer, me versus Riley. A classic showdown.
Alright, before we get into it, like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, go to HIVEMINDTV.com, check out our merch, and join our Patreon. Link in description, $5 a month, you get a bunch of extra stuff. Let's go, straight into the game. Alright, starting with 2011. Year of the Shark, I believe. I think.
In the Chinese New Year calendar?
I don't know, just for me. I just love sharks that
Yeah,
year.
cool.
Alright, 2011, we've got A, Google Plus, B, Rebecca Black, C, Ryan Dunn, and D, Casey Anthony.
God, rest in peace, Ryan Dunn.
Who's Ryan Dunn?
Wasn't he the one jackass guy who got in the car accident that year?
Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, rest in peace to Ryan Dunn. Casey Anthony, that was a huge case.
No, talk about a tragedy, yeah.
Yeah, and then Rebecca Black just did a 10-year anniversary of Friday.
Yes.
With Dorian Electra, Big Frida, and 303.
And Google Plus feels like some shameless self-promotion. Like maybe this is the first year they started doing top Google searches and they were like, Google Plus!
like just throwing it out there.
A lot of people loved us. Who knew? We just decided to do this. You're so awkward.
Who's going to Google and just Googling Google Plus?
Google Plus.
3, 2, 1, I went with D, Casey Anthony.
Me too.
B, Rebecca Black.
The most Googled?
Good for
her.
Rebecca.
You know what's really interesting about Rebecca Black? In this revival of her, I was looking into it. She was 13 when that song came out.
Well, that's what made it so crazy.
Right. I guess I always thought of her as like a 16-year-old when that happened or something. But she was just a 13-year-old girl making a song about a bus or whatever.
Yeah. She was 20 years older than me. Never mind. Now she is. She's 20 years older than me now.
Right, so you're 3 years old.
I'm 3, okay?
All right, 2012.
Great year.
End of the world.
Yep.
I wonder if that's going to be on here. We got A, Hurricane Sandy, B, iPad 3, C, Gangnam Style, and D, Whitney Houston.
Wow, Whitney Houston died in 2012?
Did she pass away in 2012?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
R.I.P. Whitney Houston. Gangnam Style was huge.
Huge.
Hurricane Sandy.
Was
Hurricane
huge.
Sandy.
That's the one that hit New York, right?
I don't remember.
No. Yes. If I'm wrong, you can make fun of me or whatever.
And then iPad 3.
Huge. That was actually huge. I think it was the biggest one. Yeah.
Oh, dude. How the hell is Coney 2012 not on here?
Oh, right.
That was Coney's year.
It had the spring moment, but by the fall, he was naked masturbating in public.
That wasn't him.
Not Joseph Coney. That was the filmmaker.
Yeah.
And so it tarnished the whole reputation.
I think more people were probably Googling Coney 2012 after the masturbation incident.
You think so?
I think so.
Maybe it was a ploy to get people watching it. Maybe the hype started dying down and he was like, I know what I have to do.
Coney 2012 always meant something a little different for me. I went on a great Coney Island trip with my family that year. So we had shirts made and everything. It was before that whole thing.
And your shirt said Savage, Coney 2012.
Yeah.
So that was bad, too.
That was bad. 3, 2, 1, I went with C.
Big C,
Style.
too.
D, Whitney Houston.
Really?
See, I chose the depressing one last time, and I was like, come on, let it be Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Whitney, man.
Yeah. Dude, imagine Gangnam Style in the TikTok era. Really wish Psy would have stuck around.
It'll come back. In 10 years or something.
As
or maybe 5 years, it'll be old heads remember this one.
All right, 2013 is next. We got A, Paul Walker, B, iPhone 5s.
Nice.
C, Nelson Mandela.
Nice.
And D, Harlem Shake.
Wow.
That was the Harlem
That's
Shake.
A huge year.
Oh my gosh.
The Harlem Shakes was I just felt like I was missing out.
Did you do one?
Yes, I orchestrated one at my school.
Did you actually?
Yes.
Really? Go Bulldogs.
Got the theater kids involved. We got people in costumes, principal, and everybody doing it. It's really a lame thing to do. When you're in the moment, it's not that fun. But it's all about the finished product.
The song was sweet.
It was, dude. Bauer's still sweet.
Yeah, Bauer's awesome. Nelson Mandela. So what happened with?
He must have passed away.
Because I was gonna say, For me, at least, he passed away in 2015.
Right.
But that's just the Mandela effect.
That's it. He has that effect on people. He's really confusing on when he died to a lot of people.
This could be on like 3 different lists.
Yep.
And then iPhone 5s, I guess people are just trying to figure out if they should get one. R.I.P. Paul Walker, by the way. 3, 2, 1, I went with B, iPhone 5s.
I went with C, Nelson Mandela.
C. Nelson Mandela.
There we go. I'm just happy one of us is on the board.
Me too, man.
Do you think there's a rapper named Nelson Zandela?
That's it.
Brilliant.
I quit the show, actually. That's it.
Why?
That's the last straw right there.
Why? What's the deal? What's wrong with that one?
It's just too much.
Okay, whatever, man.
I think we should start a band called Nelson Bandela.
There's definitely a band called Full Nelson Mandela. There has to be.
And in 2014, my most experimental year to date. A, Ebola. Everybody remembers that freaking party. B, Robin Williams. C, World Cup. D, Malaysia Airlines. This was the mysterious Malaysia
the missing
Airlines.
plane.
Ooh, what a story. They found a piece of it in the Indian Ocean, right?
No,
It's
they
like-
made that documentary about it where, like, it's... Like, they land on the island, there's, like, a smoke monster and a polar bear. It was super crazy.
Whoa. I thought this was the one, like the documentary about the civilians that took over the plane and ran into the Pentagon. Because you know that was civilians that did that. Well, the terrorists were heading to a Chiefs game, and the civilians rerouted it instead to big war.
Dude, R.I.P. Robin Williams, every single one's gonna have a dead person.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single one, it's gonna be like, well...
The most notable person that died this year, or like the most
Wow.
surprising one, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's crazy. 3, 2, 1, I went with A, Ebola.
I went with D, Malaysia Airlines.
B. Robin Williams.
That's good.
Yeah, that is good. People cared about him all across the world.
Rest in peace.
Can't believe Mr. Bean didn't make the list there.
Really?
Yeah, I can't believe it.
Okay.
2015.
I don't have much to add to that one, sorry.
Neither would Mr. Bean. With his silent ass.
2015. We've got A, Lamar Odom, B, Charlie Hebdo, C, Agardio something, D, Jurassic World. Okay, I have questions about most of these. What happened to Lamar Odom in 2015?
Big overdose in Las Vegas. Almost ruined his marriage. Short brush with death. Rehab stint.
Was this like the same thing as him getting caught cheating, or is this a separate thing?
Well, yes. I
So
mean,
both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad year for Lamar. L.O.
So he cheated death, some would say.
Wow. You would say, and you're a brilliant man.
Thanks, man. Charlie Hebdo, who is that?
The kind of political fueled assassination of a cartoonist, French cartoonist.
Oh, okay, I remember this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
very bad.
I was hiding for most of that year because
You're a
I'm a
cartoonist
cartoonist, so
and very political
I'm super
yourself.
political. Yeah, and then C, what even is this?
This is
a Pokemon.
This is that game where you're a ball and you play. It's like a public lobby and you play with a bunch of other
Pac-Man.
people. Yes, it's just like Pac-Man.
It's Pac-Man. Okay, and
It's like
then,
an MMORPG of Pac-Man.
how big was this game that it's on here?
Apparently, it was
That's
people were like,
crazy.
"What
to me.
is this?"
And I don't even know what it is. And then Jurassic World is a movie, correct?
Terrible remake. And who's that? Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt's in it?
They involved Chris Pratt. I believe.
Wow, it's been 6 years since Chris Pratt crossed over to movies.
How about this for one? Nightcrawler came out in 2014.
Nightcrawler did.
Doesn't that blow
With Jake
your
Gyllenhaal?
effing mind?
Oh my god, dude.
2014. That's almost an old movie now.
We're gonna die soon.
Yes.
Like, absolutely very soon.
It's around the corner. Oh, I
I
was
thought we
checking
were-
my death watch.
3, 2, 1, I went with Charlie Hebdo.
Me too. I went with B.
A. Lamar Odom.
It was Lamar.
Wow.
He was dating a Kardashian at the time.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's the big part about
For
the
sure.
story.
Yeah, we suck at this game.
Yeah,
But it's
we're
interesting,
bad.
you know?
Well, I think you're right. As we get closer, I wasn't on the internet so much back in these days.
And I use Bing for most stuff, so.
You've said that
Yeah.
many a times. You keep reiterating that.
I'm a big Bing guy.
Bing, 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 bing.
We should do Bing for the next one.
Bing, bing.
I wish Crazy Frog was on here, but that was probably like, what, 1998?
1998. I was just gonna say that year we landed on the moon, or the year after.
Right. 2016. We got A, Donald Trump. B, Prince. C, iPhone 7. And D, Pokemon Go.
What a terrible year, but Pokemon saved us.
Pokemon Go to the polls. You remember that?
That was a thing.
Hillary tweeted that out with a little video of her like as a Pokemon or whatever. It
Wow.
was so ridiculous, dude. One of the best moments.
In
of all time.
retrospect, it was very obvious why she didn't pull that one out. You know what I mean? With little remarks like that.
I will be shocked if this one isn't it.
3, 2, 1. Show 'em.
Trump.
Trump.
D, Pokemon Go.
Let's go, Pokemon. I'm happy it wasn't Trump, and I'm sorry I guessed it, you know?
Wow.
That was one of the most surreal experiences I had, was seeing people playing that out west. Like, it was like my first time in LA, and I just saw like a swarm of brainless people. At
Brainless?
Like well, they weren't brainless, but they had somehow fused their brains with this piece of technology, and I was seeing them being guided through the world.
Yeah, it's
both
awesome.
virtually and real.
I played it all the time.
Yeah.
That's like the most exercise my dog's ever gotten, because I would just walk my dog around and catch Pokemon. It was sick.
That is cool. Did he have like a sixth sense for when one was coming?
Oh, he interacted with them all the time. It was, AR is amazing.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
2017, iPhone 8, iPhone X, Hurricane Irma, and Matt Lauer.
Oh,
Yikes. This is a shit year, man.
yeah, this was.
A bunch of iPhones,
Yep.
and then a hurricane.
Named Irma, one of the worst names for a hurricane probably ever.
Yeah. And then,
Old.
where in the world is Matt Lauer the hot seat that year? I'll tell you that. The doghouse.
Jail.
Should
that
be
year.
in jail.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was like, he had like a dildo and a chair or something. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
I
It
don't
was not good,
It
though.
wasn't cool.
Right.
I hate to guess this one, too.
Me too. 3, 2, 1. I went with Matt Lauer.
I went with iPhone X.
C, Hurricane Irma.
Oh my gosh.
You guessed Matt Lauer.
I was like, you know what? Drama sells. People are looking this up. I was like, why do they want to look up the hurricane? What are they going to see? How
Yeah.
fast is it this hour? I mean, it's just a swirling storm. I don't know. I thought
Yeah.
it could have been Lil Pump, honestly.
Yeah, it should have been.
Should have been.
How's did they announce the iPhone X? You know what? I actually don't even care.
I don't care.
I don't care.
Stop looking up phones.
Yeah.
You're probably looking it up on your phone.
Big phone, little phone, fast phone, smartphone. Give it a break. It's hurricanes out here.
The only hurricane I care about is the one from, which place serves those? Dairy
Hurricane.
Queen? Dairy Queen.
Hurricane Chris.
I love Dairy Queen. 2018.
Okay.
We got A, World Cup again.
Mm-hmm.
B, Avicii, rest in peace. C, Mac Miller, rest in peace. D, Stan Lee, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Jeez.
A lot of loss of life.
3 dead people in a cup.
Oh, wow. And a bunch of people died at the World Cup, too. They always do.
I mean, yeah, there's so many people there. It's
They just
odds
run 'em
are.
over. Like,
No,
you
it's
get
just,
run-
it's like Bonnaroo. A few
That's
people
true.
die every year, but they're like, well, yeah,
It's
there's
not the Molly's fault.
there's 50,000 people there. It's not Edward Sharp and the Magnetic Zero's fault.
It probably is.
It probably
actually.
is somewhat.
I heard they had murderous cult vibes. I was backstage. At
There's
the
a
party,
lot
and
of
I
people
heard-
in that band. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Like the polyphonic
And it
spree.
looks like some of them don't want to be there. If you watch some of their footage closely, like the accordion player is always looking over his shoulder. Edward Colton, never mind.
3, 2, 1. I went with B, Avicii.
I went with A, World Cup.
A, World Cup.
Yes.
Wow, you're good at this game, man.
Finger
Well,
roll. Not good.
not good, but like
I'm running laps
not
around you.
really bad.
Next year.
Next year,
What is it?
2019.
And our options are?
A, Copa America.
Okay.
B, India versus South Africa.
Okay.
C, India versus Bangladesh.
Okay.
And D, Cameron Boyce.
Are these cricket matches? The two in the middle?
I actually don't know.
I think they might
what
be.
India's doing.
They might be cricket matches. Cricket, another huge global sport that isn't really on our radar, but it's huge. I promise you.
Really?
Yeah, and it could have been like a cricket World Cup type scenario. But
Like
India.
Cricket Wireless sponsoring the World Cup? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's not.
What's the first thing? What's
Copa America, is that like Copacabana Beach, like Rio de Janeiro?
That's also soccer related. It's South America's World Cup.
Right, Copa America. 3, 2, 1.
I went with B.
I went with C.
B, India versus South Africa.
Let's go!
Let's
That's
go.
awesome. I know nothing about that. But
Was that a cricket match?
Yeah, Cricket World Cup.
wow.
I'm a sporting man.
Wait a minute. How wasn't 2017 Fortnite?
Is that when Fortnite came out?
Yes, 2017, huge
Oh
year.
my god, you could get Fortnite tattooed on your knuckles.
Oh yeah, Fitz as Nuck Tats. You ever seen that Twitter account?
He does it?
No, the Twitter account is called Fitz as Nuck Tats.
Oh.
And you just have
What is it?
Fitz as Nuck Tats.
That's such a funny
Because knuckle tattoos doesn't. Nuck Tats does.
Ah,
You know what I mean? Nuck Tats.
that's funny.
So, Fortnite. Or
sounds funny.
HiveMind.
Or go hee hee.
Go go hee hee. That's what you thought of?
Go hee hee.
Okay.
Go. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Go. Hee hee. No?
2020. Here we go. A, election results. B, Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. C, coronavirus. D, Zoom.
Kind of like a progression through here. Like,
Okay, I have a whole list of things that I can't believe are not here.
like?
Among Us.
Why are you surprised? Look at all the bigger things that happened.
None of those are bigger than Among Us. Red Sus or whatever.
No one out pizzas my sus.
Among Us drip.
Among me drip.
And then the other one, what about Tiger King?
Right.
Okay, if there were Google Analytics for the searches for March of 2020.
Oh, yeah.
Tiger King, number one.
Easy
Call. I mean, got us all through March, you know?
I also, for some reason, I like the idea of people, like, Googling to figure out the election results. Like, trying to get to the bottom of all this, like, cloudy smog, and they're hearing this from Fox and this from CNN. They're like, you know what? I got this. Election results. It's settled.
I mean,
I figured it out. It's all good.
That was me on Bing.
Yeah.
I mean, I typed in election results on the night.
Yeah.
Just kind of watched whatever came up on Bing.
Of course. It's just funny to me. Like,
What about Hyperpop?
Hyperpop?
What about TikTok?
What about it?
Where's TikTok on this? What about Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license?
Great point. Great point. A great song from the year. Wasn't that 2021, though?
Maybe. What about DaBaby?
Back in the mail.
It's gone.
Yeah.
DaBaby, Shug lyrics. No steps. Sorry. 3, 2, 1. C for coronavirus.
I wanted this big C's, too.
C, coronavirus.
That's a great way to end it.
That is. 3-2 you.
3-2 me. Wow.
We're just not as good at guessing Google searches, I
Yeah,
guess.
and we're bad at global events and news and things that go on outside of Detroit and our little brains. I get it. This game's gonna expose us a little bit. For
Dude, I can't believe Lunchbox Deli wasn't on here.
the Soda Baby dance. You know what I mean?
Whole lot of Choppas. Where's a whole lot of Choppas?
Where is it? It got remixed with the
Where's the shitty boy?
Come on.
Where's Rio de Young OG?
Free.
Free Rio. I have a great idea for you guys, okay? 2021, not even halfway over. We're barely on our way in there.
I see where you're going with this one.
Everybody just Google HiveMind on every computer, tablet, phone, anything you got, type it into Google. If you're passing a random computer in public, type it in. Just Google it. See if we can get on the 2021 list for most Googled. Top 4 is going to be tough to break, but I think we could do it, especially if we get a lot of people, maybe some click farms on it. Really just get it in there.
You can help us become famous. Help us.
All right, thanks for playing along. Thanks for watching. We love you. We appreciate you. Graydon, would you like to leave them with some advice, as always?
Help us become famous. It'll help you. No, but in all seriousness,
Yeah.
listen to those who are older than you. They might know a little something you don't.
And if you smoke the skin of a frog from like down south somewhere, the southern hemisphere, apparently you get really high or something. That's what I hear. I don't know. I've never done it, but Mike Tyson has. So.
I did it about 20 minutes before we started filming.
Really?
Yeah, you look like an octopus right now. So.
All right, this has been HiveMind TV. We'll see you in the next one.